Greetings, my dear Barovians. It is I, Antares, your dungeon master for the evening. Tonight, we're gonna go over a recap for last session of Expedition to Castle Ravenloft. Now, before I begin, I want to clarify, you haven't seen much activity from me, because I was in an outage that lasted for almost a month, and I wasn't able to record or release any videos. Now, I did manage to play a game with my party, but unfortunately, because of reasons, we weren't able to record that night. So now, once again, I'm here to give you guys a recap. I'm sure you guys already know our party. Casmos, Tiefling Beguiler, Wrex, or Warblade, Krull, Hobgoblin Spirit Shaman, and Ivan, Glimmerskin Halfling, Bard, Cleric, Warblade. Last time, our party defeated a lot of zombies in the town square. The rest were blasted away, or scared off, by a dwarven cleric named Grunver Irontotem. He and Ashlyn belonged to the Lightbringers guild from a land far away. Ashlyn, injured from the ordeal, promises to explain everything to the party. But first, she needed to get some rest to find a place so she can take a breather. Luckily, right in front of them was the Blood on the Vine Tavern. When the party enters, they see that the tavern has a lot of families inside. These families have taken refuge during the zombie plague, because the zombies have taken over the town, and there's no safe place for them to go. For the villagers to go. The party takes their seats, Ashlyn and Grunver as well, and Ashlyn begins. I am looking for the Sun Sword, Ashlyn says. It is a legendary blade that is said to be located here. See, my friends and I, the Lightbringers, have come to Barovia from a land far away. We heard of the evils that are going on around here, and we wanted to check it out. However, two friends of mine went to the church to the northwest of here, because they believe that that is the source of the plague. They decided to go on their own, instead of waiting for reinforcements. The fools. They should have waited. I was wondering if you would come with me to the church of the Morninglord, located to the northwest of the town. Once we're done with that, I was wondering if you would like to come with me. The party wonders why, and then she reveals, well, there's a Bastani encampment to the east of here. Their leader, Madame Ava, is able to see into the future. Maybe she can help us getting this land rid of evil. For now, the party promises to help her out. Help Ashlyn to locate her friends. So, the plan was to rest up, and now it was time for downtime. Casmos decides to bring out his alchemist lab and start working on something. However, because of the environment around him, he wasn't exactly in a very quiet atmosphere. Krull and Ivan decide to relax, while Wrex decides to buy supplies. And Beldrot's Mercantile, right across the street. Welcome. The owner welcomes our friend. It was a middle-aged man, along with a younger, but much tougher looking nephew, Periwinkle. Red spices supplies, and the two of them converse. Oh, you looking for the one in charge? Well, the burgomaster has a son. His name is Ismark. He normally hangs out at the tavern, across the street. Wrex decides to relay this info to his friends. He leaves the shop and reunites with the party. Once the party finds out, they immediately decide to talk to Ismark. They look around, and then they find the only person wearing a noble's cloak, a nobleman's outfit. They approach him, asking him if he was Ismark. He says, "Yeah, what's it to you?" The party tells them that they came here for a job. A letter sent by the burgomaster of Barovia told them that there was a werewolf problem. Ismark raises his eyebrow, then asks to look at the letter. He takes a look at it and says, "Well, that explains a lot. This letter is forged." Turns out whoever wrote the letter forged the burgomaster's signature, because the burgomaster died several days ago. Ismark explains why. It was the devil Strahd. He came to our town one day, for some reason. My father stands up to him, using the holy symbol of Ravenkind. Unfortunately, it did not work for him, and Strahd had his minions poison my father for the trouble. Now my father lies dead in the mansion, with my sister Irina watching over his body so he doesn't rise as one of the living dead. Please, if you have more questions, feel free to ask her, but I warn you, she's not seeing anybody. She's barricaded the place. If you want to speak to her, you gotta get rid of the zombies first. One of the party members, I believe it was Krull, this happened actually 3 weeks ago, and I just got around to recording this video. I believe it was Krull who says, "Don't worry, we'll bring the town back to normal." To which Ismark says, "We? Listen, buddy, I just want to spend the rest of my days drinking a few pints here at the Blood on the Vine. You want to make yourself a target, knock yourself out. But don't blame me for whatever happens to you." The party considers his words, and they bid farewell for now. It was time to rest. The time right now was about 3 p.m. and the party got about 6 hours of sleep. Enough to get them rest up and recover their spell slots and whatnot. But now it was 9 in the evening. Ashlyn decides to head out and lead the way to the northwest. "The Church of the Morninglord is this way," she says. "Onward." The party follows her. Excuse me. The party follows her to the northwest. Up ahead, they see a pile of bodies, along with some standing torches lit aflame. It didn't take long for them to realize that these bodies were actually said to be burned, but whoever set this up didn't get a chance to do it. And now there was a gaggle of zombies just eating away at the pile of rotten bodies. The party decides to get the drop on the zombies before they can act. After the first round, a mysterious figure stands on the top right of the on the top right building. She fires an arrow and misses. The party deduces that she is friendly, possibly an ally, so they don't say much and continue on mowing down the dead. They get rid of the zombies fairly easily, but a few ghasts come out of the buildings, ambushing them. They had their hands mostly tied with Wrex, but thanks to his hands, Pearl blacked out, he was able to evade most of their attacks. Carcass Eaters showed up too. Now, if you don't remember the Carcass Eaters, they're basically a mix between a wolf and a rat. They were pretty weak, but they have this terrifying ability, which the party hasn't seen yet. Ashlyn decides to take on the Carcass Eaters, while the rest of the party focuses on the ghasts. The newcomer fires more arrows. This time, she hits her marks, most of the time. And whenever she hits one of these undead, the arrow explodes with holy light. Once the combat session was over, the new girl decides to climb down the building. She grabs her dice, rolls to climb, and rolls a 3. She loses her grip, but fortunately, Krull was fast enough to catch her and set her down gently. She introduces herself as Thaerapha, who was living in a forest at some point, but the mists dragged her away into Barovia. She made it her mission to go back home by any means necessary as soon as she could. She believed that Irina Koliana, who is currently in the burgomaster's mansion, might have an idea on how to get back home. But as it's been mentioned before, there's no way she's seeing anybody. Not during this plague. The party realizes that they have common goals, and they ask Thaerapha to join the party. She accepts and whistles for her horse, Constantra. And I hope I didn't butcher the name. A blue roan. I believe that is the end of the session. The party looks on ahead, and they see the church of the Morninglord in the distance. What will they find there? Is it another red herring? Or will they be able to stop the zombie plague once and for all? Why don't you tune in with us next time on Expedition to Castle Ravenloft. And if you like what you see in this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And like my videos too, show me some love, and hopefully I can show some back. Anyway, I thank you all for watching, and this is your Dungeon Master signing out. May you always roll well, and live to fight another day. Take care now.